What's up? I'm just now getting my ass up. Y'all, I'm so tired. Now, I'm getting ready to get myself together and roll my weed for the morning. Make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe to this channel so you can get exclusive content about me, truths, story time, smoking time. Now I'm getting ready to hop in the shower and get my morning ritual popping. I am shocked that I have the energy that I have waking up. So, yeah. Oh, new nails. I want y'all to see my nails. I did them last night. I also did my toenails last night. I'm going to show them to you. How am I going to show y'all these hoes? But they match. Yeah, like my toesy wosies. So I did my nails, bitch. I am ticklish, and I will tell y'all that right now. Okay, I like my toes sucked, but I am ticklish on my toes. So, bitch, you won't see me at the you won't see me at getting my pedicure done, bitch. I've been doing my shit since I was in hair school. Don't touch my feet. I got some sort of weird foot fetish, but it's like, don't touch it. You know what I mean? Like, I like shoes and shit. I like to keep my feet pretty and clean, but bitch, don't touch my motherfucking toes. Bitch, I'll kick your ass. Literally, I'll kick your ass. I'll kick you. But I was saying on the Pisces channel that you connect and you can ground with spirit through your feet. Because, you know, that's your connection. Sometimes your antennas. And I've been feeling like that. My feet have been through a lot. Okay. Matter of fact, I was pregnant with my first child and did not know it. And a bitch broke the second bone in the back of my foot. Okay. So feet have been very significant to me. So I'll do my own nails. I'll do my own feet. I'll take the trees grater and scrape off the cheese. Okay. But yeah, so I'm going to hop in the shower and do my makeup. I was going to post a video. I vlogged, but I deleted all of the videos because I was talking too much shit about other people, and I knew that eventually I wasn't going to want to give them any attention because they some jockers and they be stealing my style. Real talk. I get on one video of mine just to listen to the playback and hear what I was saying so I could really go in and sort out the reading and shit. And right after my video, it was some lady that was like, it was some white lady, and she was like the ancestors, and it shows in analytics, it says your viewers watch this channel as well. You know what I mean? I don't be tripping off of that, but I just be tripping off of how people be seen. You see the controversy on YouTube and where people be cloning each other and mounting off of each other and stealing people's styles and character and shit like that. And that's what be pissing me off the most. So I was going to post that video, but I deleted it. I was sitting down doing my makeup, and it was a good 20-minute talk, and I just felt like I didn't want to give that bitch no attention. I don't want to give these bitches no attention. You know what I mean? I'm trying to focus solely on myself and my family and what I'm manifesting, and if I focus, you know, on somebody else's lane, I'm gonna end up swerving until that motherfucker be coming in. trying to dry their car. Bitch, I don't want to dry your, I don't want to dry your motherfucking car. Bitch, I want to dry my own. And that's where I'm at with it. So I'm rolling my weeds, do my makeup. I'm going to go sit down in the chair, make my tea, feed my plants, and start my morning ritual, which is pretty much some shit I do every motherfucking morning when the kids is asleep. So that way I have time to talk to the ancestors in the morning and talk to them, talk to my plants as well too. Ask them what I need and the guidance and shit like that. Every morning I ask myself what's gonna happen through the day. I'll be wanting to sit down and do the readings, like the shit that I pull for myself. I'll be wanting to do the reading on camera and online, but it'd be too much. And I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was telling him, like, shit, it's 16,000 channels just for Pisces alone. When I looked that up, what I did is whenever you go into the hashtags, it'll say there are 16,000 Pisces channels, and it'll give you the information when you hashtag it. And then you got people who had started out a channel and made their channel into Pisces alone, Pisces period. You know, and so when I discovered that, I told my brother, like, look, I was just telling the truth. You know what I mean? It's not that I was going to quit. It's not that I'm giving up. But damn, bitch, it's a whole motherfuckers out in the same ocean trying to do the same shit, trying to school the same fish and be in the same school of fish. So that's where I'm at with that. But I do have a story time for you guys. And I want to show you just a basic look today, because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of readings for the week and starting for the week. And I've been getting nothing but clients. But some of the clients flaked on me. So I just been trying to get my money. That's all. I mean, real talk. And YouTube, they been hoeing me, doing some weird shit in the background, making me turn my monetization on, and the ads will be under review as the views are adding up. So it's not really adding the revenue like it's supposed to. And so I'm like, bitch, YouTube ain't finna play me. And you know what, we get about 5 cents, 6 cents on a dollar for them clicks. So I've been really trying to get my personal readings, boost those. I noticed this one bitch is charging $2,000 for like 7 minutes or something like that. And I'm like, God damn, nigga, I thought we was in a motherfucking recession. People was telling me I needed to raise my prices and that I'm too good to have such small prices and shit. And I'm like, now, wait a minute now. If this bitch charging $1,000 for a few minutes, what's going on here? Am I being too nice? Because there's some bitches who can't even do personal readings. They can't even get into it with the clients behind the camera, losing subscribers and shit. I've been there, done that. Well, I ain't lost no subscribers, but I do know it's some people that come out with how they was feeling about their reading like 5 months later. I'm like, bitch, their reading was supposed to play out that weekend and that week. And you complaining that your boyfriend ain't came back inside in 5 months. Bitch, get your ass on. And then I had one girl tell me, I've been using my Social Security for this. And I'm like, whoa. Bitch, if you can't afford it, don't try to put your pressure, the pressure that took you to get that money, just don't put that pressure on me, bitch. That shit ain't got shit to do with me, ho. Shit. But yeah, I'm about to get in the shower, get myself together, get my teeth together. I bought some, what is that shit called? I might show y'all, but I bought some, what the fuck is that shit called? it's supposed to help your teeth build up its bones and build up its calcium or some shit like that. I forgot what it's called. I might explain it to you guys a little later, but my children took my teeth out of my mouth at each pregnancy. So I've been wanting to go get my work done on that, and I've been thinking about that because I took the kids to go get their dental work done for before school. So I've been thinking about that. I don't want to change my gap, and I'm not going to change my gap. It's been like this. I mean, my kids look just like me. They have my gap. So don't ever think that that's shit gonna change. Now, unless my teeth fall the fuck out or some shit like that, and they be and I can't eat my ice, bitch, then yes, I might just have some little falsies or some shit or some shit like that. But I truly want to, like, break those generational curses. Like my mom, I did not know her. My biological mom, I did not know her to know what her flaws were. Her father as well too. And I think about that shit all the time. Like when you're adopted, you really are working with. Sometimes when you're adopted, you're working with people that do not know themselves. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They don't know what diseases and DNA that they're passing down. And I don't want to do that to my children. And that's why I said I wanted to break generational curses. And I noticed that people had stole that from me as well too. Like I had did that shit in motherfucking, I believe it was in late December. And I'm telling you, it's a phenomenal thing when you get on YouTube and Pisces video, because you mentioned Pisces so much, you're on a Pisces channel, it's going to pop up. Your next thing is Pisces. You know, anything in your search engine is going to be Pisces. Anything in autoplay is going to be Pisces more than likely. But I noticed that a lot of people were using that, and I'm like, damn, so they got the same message? That's very strange and very odd, because mine was really on some, like, I'm passing down shit down to my DNA. You know, how the fuck did we get the same messages? And you got yours 4 months later after mine, you know, shit like that. I just be like, I be irritated because I want to be different. I want to be me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like everybody else, and I don't want people to think that I'm taking their messages when, bitch, I don't even listen to you. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to break generational curses. I got a lot of shit going on today. I hope you guys stay tuned. I might do a tutorial. I might speed it up, but I will have a story time, and that's for sure. I had some really crazy ass shit happen to me over the weekend. I was vlogging, and like I said, I deleted all that shit. So I'm at this point where I'm gonna have to just make it story time. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video, and make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe to my other channels as well, and check the description box so you can get a personal reading from me, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video.
To fight quality, but that the girl them need and I cry for every day without apology. What them the right way, that's my policy. Shonda fall alongside this by Luca. I'm here the man say this. I'm dirty, yeah, dirty, yeah, dirty, yeah, dirty, yeah. Beyonce, tell me all about the things that you have fantasized. I know you dig the way, me step the way, me make me stride. Follow your feeling, baby girl, because they cannot be denied. Come check me in the night, I make me get it amplified. But I grip for run the ship, and I go slip, and I go slide. In other words, the love I got to give me certified. We give me the toughest, longest time for ride, girl. Girl, me and you together is a rock that girl. Drive round the town in your drop top girl. You don't stop shop girl. Little money just you want rock that world. You don't stop shop girl. Me and you together is a rock that.
This is what it looks like. It comes with a brush, and here's the contents. Try not to spill it. So you just take the brush, and it's for your enamel. Okay, so I just figured out what I'm gonna wear. I had to like get up and go look and figure out the colors and the color scheme. So I have let that dry, and I'm getting ready to put on this Hydra Activated Lip Scrub. I told you I'll be eating this shit. But here's what it looks like. I don't know if y'all can see the crystals. So yeah, I'm gonna put that on for a little bit. I told you I'll be eating. Okay, one more time. Smoke crack, rock, that tastes good. Okay, story time in this hoe. I seen my ex, the one I've been talking about in all my vlogs, the one that like his booty hole play with, or he likes to play with his own booty hole shit. But yep, I seen him. This Hollywood shit is the bomb, okay? And y'all know in Oklahoma it's super fucking hot. So I'm gonna put on my Hoochie Cinderella outfit today is what I picked out. So hopefully it won't change. I don't know, because sometimes when I be changing shit, I be changing my mind too. Now, I see my ex, the narcissist that I always talk about. And child, I don't think that I didn't think I was ready for that. And I had to stop and call my brother, and all the shit that had happened between me and him. I will never ever allow that to happen again in a relationship, in a friendship, anything that could be detrimental to your mental health as far as relationships and your way of thinking and your perception. Once you figure out that you guys are not a match, it is very hard to move on for a human being. But for me, you know, I really had to analyze what I was doing, you know, and what was indirectly happening to me. So I seen him, I blew him a kiss and was like, you know, how you doing or whatever. We was just on the highway. Now, I don't have abandonment issues, but I do have issues when it comes down to accountability and respect with others, and if they have it for you. And once you see that they are not on your level, bitch, it's time to move on. Shit. You elevate in life sometimes, and those people are reminders of that. And seeing him reminded me of my elevation and my growth. Seeing somebody doing the same things, being the same old way, and not changing was life-changing for me, actually. And it got to a point where I wouldn't tolerate cheating, the disrespect. I wouldn't tolerate absolutely any of that, and I wouldn't allow my girls to do that as well too, or my sons. So I'm trying to lead by an example of who is around me and who's around my children, and I'm trying to do my best to be, I don't know why I can't open this. Oh, dang. Okay, so I try to be my best the best human being possible. Yeah. Period. Dot. And if you ain't on the same level as me, bitch, get the fuck on. Period. You will find that some people are just natural born haters. People are naturally born to stay on the same page. Me and my brother had given me the craziest definition. And he was like, so if they tell you that the planet is getting ready to fuck up and you need to get on the boat, are you going to make your own boat? Are you going to get on somebody else's boat? Are you going to be having to pull for other people that's left behind? And he really put that in perspective for me. Yes, he did. And that's why I really appreciate him, because I trust in him. And that's the only person on this earth that I can tell all my business to. No judgment. No anger. No disrespect. And he will give you insight on what he sees in your perspective and also in the other person's perspective as well, and what should conjugate and come together and conjoin. And I've had to come to that realization that a lot of people just do not have those teachable, that they're just not teachable. And it's really hard when you come to terms with someone, not only to teach them or to change them, but in their own standards. Are they willing to elevate and grow and teach themselves on what's best for them, you know? And I had to take a look back and not be so hard on myself for allowing the fuckery. I mean, it was literally like cheating going on. He was stealing my weed, and I was just like, this is insane. Like, he wouldn't want me to have a weed man. Like, it was just really weird. And my brother really helped me think about relationships and put it in a perspective for me. He always helps me grow. And I really, really appreciate him for that. And I appreciate my parents for keeping us connected while still being adopted and from completely different countries, and still being able to connect with each other. And I truly appreciate him for that. And he doesn't cast any judgment on me, or if I say something to him, you know, it doesn't go to anybody else. And so I had to stop and call him. And I told him, like, look, I'm about to break down. The man almost tried to kill me and my children by slashing my brakes. The man showed it to me when I sold the car. I know I'm not crazy. You know, and that sense of doubt kicked in for just a slight second, and then I went back to my normal self, because I knew that any reaction, he is always fed off of my reactions, and has manipulated me over the course of time. And now I know. You know, my dad met him. I'm thinking this is a phenomenal thing, and before he passed away, and I'm like, no, bitch, no. Like, the shit that you're doing is dumb, and there is no dick that good in the world that will make you feel like you're not good enough. And when I came into the relationship, I was thinking that I was wanting to be everything that my parents had and willing to cater to my man, not necessarily be a pygmisha, but if there was someone who cared about me enough that if a bitch die, you know, it's not for a money grab. It's actually like, damn, you know, my parents died out of love with each other. They literally have their plots right next to each other. They plan their own funerals to be together. It wasn't a, you know, I'm better than, my family's better than, your mom is this, your dad is that. It wasn't any of that with them. Let me go turn this air on. It wasn't any of that. And, you know, that's what I seen. I seen accountable relationships that included each other, and they loved each other, but they also knew it wasn't no 50-50. It's, bitch, we gonna have to do this shit together, otherwise it's gonna all fall apart. You know, and all the temptation in the world should not break us. And that's really, to me, what a marriage is. This shit shouldn't break you. It shouldn't break up your family and your household. Yes, there are difficulties, you know, being from different religions, different backgrounds, different cultures, different places, you know, different food, all kinds of things. So that should not deter your relationship from being the best that it can be. And some people know that when you get with certain partners that they are in training. And I'm really glad that my parents told me to date instead of, they told me to date instead of like trying to settle down and all that puppy love and shit. They wanted me to get out and play the field. And I'm glad that they did that, because I wouldn't settle for no little dick nigga with a bad attitude and me pretending to love this man and I'm sexually not satisfied, or you know, the guarantee of satisfaction is not there just because I love him. You know, is he a good parent? Is he going to be teachable? Is he going to be able to teach my children? You know, and I didn't think about that until after I started having kids. You know, my parents told me to date, but then boom, next thing you know, your bitch is pregnant, and got pregnant literally when I broke my foot. Okay, so anything's possible. You know, so just don't settle. And what I would say to my younger self is, bitch, it is really plenty of fish in the sea. A lot. So choose wisely with all the schools, with people, and things that happen along the way. Is that person, as you're growing, respecting your growth and the growth of the relationship. You know, and you can kind of see when somebody is future focused, or you can see when the drive is there to make it work. You know, not to argue, but actually to be cordial as you're going through certain trials and tribulations. And I did not receive that, not to my knowledge. I never received that from a man, because they've always been trying to get me to be the mother figure. And I'm not doing that. I'm a mother to children, not to an adult, you know. So, for instance, the guy that I seen, my ex, I'm really kind of embarrassed to say fiance, but it's my story, and so, you know, I have to live with it and live in my truth. He wanted to kill me and my children, point blank and period. And it had been a lot of situations that had occurred to me with his own parenting that I was not. Even when you get into a relationship with a person that has a child, you have to consider child or children. You have to consider if that person is going to reach your standards once you reach a certain level or obtain a certain level. And their parenting skills definitely say a lot. And someone that's adopted, you know, I have a very broad perspective, very vast perspective on what I feel should be ideal. And I feel like I deserve to have someone around that is willing to be a teacher. You know, you're gonna have flaws, of course, but are you willing to teach your child how to have a better way of life as you're going along and as you are reaching certain milestones? And this dude in particular, I just couldn't get with it. Like, he was blaming the kids for leaving the toilet seat up, and it was him, and it was only one bathroom that him and I was using. And I'm like, that's the downstairs bathroom. Like, why are you saying that your son is the one that is creating the problem when I know that it was you, when I'm the one who's in there? The children were only downstairs when I would be down there. So, little shit like that, I just was not going to tolerate it. And I still won't to this day. You know, and the whole idea of marriage, it's a contract. It's a soul contract. It's a life contract. It's a lifeway contract that you sign the agreement to be with that person, whether it's written or verbal. It's an agreement. Whether it's spiritual, it's the agreement. And most people are not able to fulfill their duties of that agreement, and that's the reason why things don't work out. And then you have to add in on top of that assets, businesses, extra children, other marriages, alimony. I mean, when you think about that, in all actuality, it becomes very overwhelming. And the fact that most people have to have lawyers to control the contract, that lets me know that something is property. So when my parents died, my mom, she had a school debt, and my dad, when she passed away, that went to him. And I was just thinking to myself, like, me and this guy had been talking about life insurance policies, and, you know, me putting his son on there, and me getting life insurance for my children and myself. And all the meanwhile, he seen that my dad died. He knew that my dad was a very smart man and was not going to leave me behind on some, like, scramble shit. So me being smart, we had ended up breaking up because I had sat on my bed one day and we had just got through from having sex. I looked down at his phone because, like I said, I don't be going through people's phone. Okay, that's something I don't do. That's very violating to me and very disrespectful. That's just like going through my purse and going through my lock or my safes. And this girl says, I'm going out of town, I hope you have a good week. It had been blasted on Facebook that we were together, but he was on the low, like, talking to her. I met him on those circumstances of us just being friends, me not thinking that I should have set the agreement or the terms between us, and because I didn't do that, he was free to do what the fuck ever unless we agreed upon that in that time. And that was just our verbal agreement. No one else knew about it, so who would give a fuck, right? So we broke up because of that situation. At that time, he was trying to get his son from Louisiana, and we broke up. My dad passed away 2 months later. After we broke up, he moved in over there with her. So all meanwhile, I'm sitting there thinking, this dude he didn't give a fuck to begin with. So then his excuse was, oh, we're high school friends. We weren't gonna be friends. That whole triangulation of narcissism, trying to convince me that that relationship was normal and okay, that he had a rebound already. And then he finally told me that they had sex and, you know, this and this and that while he was at work as I was watching his child. That was one situation. That was the first situation that I needed to see the signs. Okay, bitch. So from that point on, he got back with me with my dad. It had been about 3 months, maybe. After that, he moves back in. We agreed that we're gonna try to make the relationship work, knowing that I met him on fuckboy terms and also, you know, community dick terms. So that was that time. I let him back in. I should have known that he was out to try to get something of what I had or what my dad left me behind or what was obligated to me. So I should have known then. We took a trip to Colorado. Our trip to Colorado was okay on the way there. The weather was super crazy, but we get to the very first place to get some weed. And I'm like, you buy me something, I buy you something. This motherfucker goes in there and buys $60 mints. Mints. Okay, not the wheat flour, not no chewing gum, not no cheesecake, edible mints. And I'm in there sitting there thinking, how are we gonna share this together? And I was like, this is very strange and odd because he's not speaking up on as to why you wanted mints. Like, yeah, that's what you wanted, but like, what the fuck? We're supposed to be buying each other something we can share together. So that was ruined. The whole trip, from him buying mints. And I just was like, I don't understand the logic. So the trip was me trying to get away from him and him not understanding that mints was so unnecessary when the trip was for us to be with each other and for me to have an experience that I never had because my dad passed away. And I'm gonna clean this up, don't mind that. And so that really had me like, I don't want to be with this guy because I can already tell in business that he would make some really faulty decisions. Now, mind you, I was raised to know that the man is supposed to lead. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, maybe we can get some weed and we can bring it back to Oklahoma. We can sell this shit, you know, whatever. No, he wanted to buy fucking mints. I just didn't understand. I just did not understand. I'm like, dude, help me understand. And he just froze up and stopped talking. And I was like, oh, wow, like, this is what we're doing here. I'm just like, well, no. So we get back to Oklahoma. I'm already knowing us being back together. There was, I'm like, why am I trying to do this again? Like, why are you torturing yourself with trying to make this situation work with him? This is ridiculous, Laurelle. So we get back to Oklahoma. He's like, I'm gonna sell the mints, you know, since it was such a big deal. I mean, the whole trip, I could tell you about the whole entire trip, but I'm not today. So I'm like, we get to Oklahoma. He's like, well, I gotta go back to work and blah, 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 blah. So at this time, I had been watching his son, because it was summertime, and I was watching his son right along with my kids. We going to the library, we going to the crystal show, we doing fun activities and shit like that. And come to find out, the girl I told y'all about, that she said she was pregnant, he was at her house on break. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, you know, he didn't even know like what the fuck his son liked to eat. And I knew what that little nigga liked to eat before he did. You know, his favorite food, shit he don't like. And to me, that showed a lot about his parenting. And he would always use his son as an excuse. And he put me in a lot of jeopardizing situations, like his brother trying to fight me. I'm like, I'm a grown-ass woman. What do I need to fight you for? I get up there, the police officer want to talk to me because everybody else is belligerent and shit. But I should have known right then and there he was not going to protect me in any type of way, because he didn't even know his son's favorite fucking food, like, or the things that he didn't like for me to not cook, you know, because that's a big deal. If you're blending families, you want to get to know the child. You want to take your time getting to know the child and them getting to know you. And his own dad did not know like what his hobbies were, but I had to like force that conversation, you know, like maybe you guys should talk about that, you know, and I don't want to be nobody's fucking counselor. So just that situation alone, in one perspective, that was a lot of energy and a lot of fucking work. That was a lot of work. And I don't ever want to have to find out that this person, their parenting skills are not the same as mine, and we're not going to be in the same agreement. And, you know, just dealing with the cheating, that just became ridiculous. That became ridiculous. You know, this girl telling me she's pregnant. She's like, you're barren, sending me all kinds of crazy messages. And I'm just like, God damn. And, you know, I knew that he was pillow talking and telling her all kinds of shit, too. And this wasn't the only female. No, it was not. And I'm not bitter about it, because I'm able to speak on it and speak on it from a higher perspective. But at the same time, just know that I don't want my lesson to be what my girls are going to experience as well too. I want to be able to tell them, now here's how you do it, baby. Okay, you shift to the left, shift to the right when you're doing to the left, and you going to the right. okay? You know, or knowing when my place is, when to let them just live, you know? So things like that is very important to me, very vital, that you have good parenting and that you're willing to be teachable, that if you start to see those signs, get the fuck out of that relationship. Get the fuck out of that relationship. Period. Dot. Because they're going to step down on you and stump you down because you're trying to clarify and figure out why you're consistently having to ask questions more. You're stressing yourself out. It just gets ridiculous. So I really try to tell people, don't overwork your relationship. Bitch, it's time to go. It's time to go. You have to leave and escape sometimes and become that Houdini, okay? That encaptured slave needs to be released, and you can be in prison in a relationship, and not only on terms of religious status or cultural status, but it can keep you imprisoned on thinking one way and how things might turn out to be another. So that's why I always tell people, you have to live as though that person is dead. You have to think about when they die. What are you gonna do, right? So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so I have my wig on. I'm doing some minor touch-ups. I have half of my clothes on, and I am getting ready to. Oh, come on, Wiggisha. That's right. It's my other wig. But I'm getting ready to finish the rest of this share fuck ass shit and put on my perfume of the day, and hopefully I don't know, I'll be wanting to wear French whore. Okay. So I fucks with the Kate Spade. Yes, I do. I think I'm gonna wear a Kate Spade today. Now listen, I was apprehensive, thank you ancestors, about buying this because I like her purses and shit when she was alive. But I just wanted to make sure before I bought any more of her shit that her daughter or whoever got their money. So Kate Spade today, and then I'm gonna mix it with Jimmy Choo. What was this? Flower Bomb, I think. We got Flower Bomb, Jimmy Choo. Come on, baby, now, come on now. Gotta get out my shot. Get Jimmy Choo and motherfucking Kate Spade. So, French whore, it is today. Okay, so I'm gonna get my top on. I'll show you guys the look, and then I'll be done, honey. Well, I gotta put on some lashes and some lips, and then I'll be done. So, yeah, that is the scent of the day. Okay, so outfit. Bitch struggled to put this motherfucker on. Okay. I was like, bitch, how do I put this together? Okay. Shein kind of had me fucked up. So, outfit, makeup. Okay, all set. So, hope y'all like the look. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. I'm about to start working, baby.